Hi, and welcome to Demystifying the Cyber Performance Center with me, Tom Barter.
And Giacomo Bertollo, you can call me Old Jack. I'm the head of product marketing here at Hack the Box.
Thanks for joining us, Jack. Let's get into it. So, a really interesting stat here is that, yes, of course, 40% of any enterprise security budget is spent on its people. But what does that mean? Is that salaries? Is that training? Well, actually, it's everything. I joined Hack the Box, and I always thought, okay, enterprises really over-index on tools and technology and processes, but really the largest budget slice sits with its people. So what sort of things are an enterprise organization dealing with? Well, of course, it's a perfect storm. It's that idea of more threats, more sophisticated threats, bridging the gap between security and business objectives. The idea of that, of course, right now, everybody's budget is under constraint. So how do you approach consolidation? So this is really when it starts to nail down that, okay, we've got a huge budget slash, what else can we do? How can we maximize our performance of our humans? So there's a great understanding here around cyber professionals' life. It's actually, what do I need to progress? It's certificates. Well, is it just certification? Yes, everybody has a CISP. Yes, it's about doing other certifications to really get your foot in that door. But it's also about the being in the right state to deliver your abilities and having that right idea of capabilities. So when it hits the fan, what happens? Well, you have to turn in, day out, being able to bring the best version of yourself. So it's not just having the capabilities that you can do it in a room without any pressure. It's understanding how you'll react, how you react to certain challenges as a team, not just yourself, but what does the person next to you do? I don't know, Jack, do you have any thoughts on this?
No, I mean, I fully agree. I think we're thinking of education and training as a static static process, and as more of a box to tick rather than something that has actual outcome on our business, our organization. And as you said, like most of the time, is not it doesn't matter if I know something. I just need to apply it in the right way. And this is the difference, I think, from knowledge to performance. Is the same way, I don't know, when we are looking for a job. Like I might know well in theory, like everything that the job description requires, but the hiring manager is going to judge me, like in the end of the day, is going to judge me by the performance that I do during the hiring process, right? Or if we want to take it out of business, like an athlete, right? Like I can break the world record during training, like several times, but then when it's the matter of running the 100 meters competition on the Olympics, I don't perform well and I just lose the medal. So that's I think super relevant for all cyber professionals today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very much like, I always hark it back to you said about sports performances. I say Sully Sullenberger, who landed successfully in the Hudson. That the ability of a pilot to train. Everybody knows that they train. They do simulations. They do hands-on training. They're always keeping up to date with the latest industry trends and the latest technology. But then, when that moment comes, it's actually being able to bring that plane in safely. And so that's really what I see the next step being. It's really about performing and being able to do it on the day.
Yeah, and that's what we did at Hack the Box, right, Tom? So
Yeah.
Basically, we worked in the last months really hard all together to align the product offering that Hack the Box provides to this need, to this performance need. We think as Hack the Box as a cyber performance center rather than just another upskilling platform. Upskilling, of course, it's not going to go away. It's just going to become only one of the things that we provide to individuals and businesses, or even educational institutions, government agencies, anything. But what we truly focus on is to create and maintain high-performing teams and individuals. So, Tom, want to add something on that for sure?
Yeah, and this is it. It's about if you think of an orchestra, you've got the single violinist, but then you've got the overall orchestra as well. Everybody needs to be on their game, and so it's going on a journey together to hit those right notes. But how do you do that? Well, I think let's jump in.
Let's go. Yes, let's go in. So we want to provide a full 360 journey to unlock a team full cybersecurity performance. Right. It's not just a matter of doing a CTF. It's not a matter of doing a certification or achieving a completion of a very advanced lab that we have a lot of them. But it's putting all these things together. So tying the learning, the upskilling, the assessment all together in a way that makes sense for a business and for a technical manager. And just to see how this is translated into what Hack the Box does nowadays, right? Like we are not reinventing the wheel. We are not doing anything else. We are just showing a direct application of everything that our platform provides. And we are here today for our business CTF, right? It's an annual global competition that we are doing from I think this is the fourth edition, and this is something that we keep doing, and we'll never stop. Like, this is our main flagship event for corporate teams. And last year, almost 1,000 teams participated. This year, it's the same. Like it's becoming like a mark of the calendars of everyone. But it's not just a matter of participating, having fun, and the team building activity. It's we see CTF and this kind of gamified event as a great assessment and benchmarking tool for companies. We have developed a unique methodology that we will see later, but it really can reinforce the current, the learning outcomes, the strengths and weaknesses of any team, and provide concrete steps to improve, like the team knowledge and capability. But it does only if it is basically integrated with all the other product offering, like academy, like dedicated labs, like professional labs, and more that is coming over the next months. Tom, want to add something over here?
No, I think it's exactly that, and I know we'll dig into it a little deeper in a moment. But exactly, it's CTFs are a great way of bringing the team together, but actually they provide more value than just a one-off fun exercise. It is really just the gateway into understanding your team's capabilities.
Yep.
I think it's a perfect segue into the next slide.
Yeah, and this is basically how we envision like maintaining strong teams, like high performing teams, which is not, again, it's not just a matter of running an event, which is anyway, it has different levels. Like, I really believe cyber professionals, SOC analysts, penetration testers, whatever they are, they have a lot of fun in competing in CTFs. It's something that we all like. Even we did it during our company meetup, remember? And I mean, I'm not a technical person, but I had fun doing that. I don't know you, Tom, but it was pretty hilarious seeing how we were trying to solve like these easy challenges. But for a manager, for a technical leader, a CISO or something, it doesn't just come down in the team building, right? There is something going on. Like they can see real time how the workforce and how their team is acting, under pressure or communicating with each other. And this can be applied in a lot of different ways, which are purely security related, like how we manage emerging threats or incident response preparation, or the entire benchmarking and gap analysis of our team. Again, real-time breach and crisis simulation. But there are also some other business operations that can be covered that are security adjacent, let's say, like the onboarding of new hires. This is something that not only benefits the security team, but also the L&D team that can speed up the onboarding and get these people ready for action, or the candidate assessment process that can speed up the hiring and the recruitment of the team, or even involving other security adjacent teams like developers into testing, web application pen testing, or creating a more security aware workforce in the company. Yeah,
I think
go.
I think it really indicates how we're transitioning now, training from a nice to have to an essential, right? It's really starting to align training to purpose and outcomes. This is really valuable when we start to look at, okay, how do we make time to access the platform? What value does it do when there's a million and one other things on my to-do list? Well, actually, it's helping me stay ahead. It's helping me learn about the threats which my organization are coming in. And then it's the nice step-by-step guide of how we move onwards. So that mapping it to NIST, mapping it to MITRE ATT&CK frameworks, all of this really helps to bring together that sort of 40,000, 50,000 foot view of your team.
And my thinking as a high level technical leader perspective, once I log into Hack the Box, I can have a snapshot of my organization because I not only see how my direct team, my direct reports are training or managing the training of the levels under, but I can see all other side business operations that are affecting my team, how they are conducted. So the hiring, I can just see like what's the hiring state of my 3-4 next position that I have open. I can see how the previous batch of employees has been onboarded, what's their current status. So it's really like a complete business operation of an organization. And I think this goes directly in what we were saying before, like the methodology and even the mapping. Like we want to place, like we really think CTF can have the role of regular assessments. Of course, keeping the entire gamified vibe that Hack the Box is good at, right? Like I think in the last 3 years, we have been established as a gamified platform that everyone likes. Like almost 3 million members in the community. Like they are reiterating like what we say here. But we can, a gamified CTF can work as a first benchmark that then can be taken over by the manager or the technical leader, whoever it is, with an analysis that is provided directly by the platform, because every CTF, the admin can have access to a detailed report of the results of the team. Taking this report, a mapping based on strengths and weaknesses can be done on Hack-the-Box platform, on the enterprise platform, selecting basically labs that can be offensive or defensive based on the outcome, developing a continuous learning plan, a workforce development plan, as we call it here at Hack-the-Box. And in 3, 6 months, 1 year, another CTF can be ran to see what's the progress based on this workforce development plan, and actually assessing like what's the development of the workforce that we engage with. This is in general like what we want to boost. This is the upskilling culture that we want to see in organizations.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it offers visibility to what isn't always a tangible thing. So it also then offers you more than one solution. Yes, you can put people on individual skill paths to make sure that yes, they're moving into the right direction. But again, ultimately, you could flip round onto a talent search and say, hey, I haven't got enough time. I can't wait a year to upskill my team on these sort of skills. I need to find somebody now. Well, good news. We have a talent search function. Type in the skills, type in the capabilities which you need, and you'll get pre-vetted candidates. So it's a really powerful thing. Once you've got that benchmark and mapping, which path do you take?
Exactly. Yeah, we were saying before that it can be applied to any business operation. Like it can be even a hint for the next new hire. So assessing your onboarding process, like maybe something is lacking there, or with other security adjacent workforce like developers. Like this can be applied to all the use cases that we have seen before. And I have an advice for all the people that are watching, for all the people that are participating to this business CTF, like to take it seriously, because this becomes this becomes a free benchmarking CTF for you. So you're just participating for free to a fun event. It's going to be super fun for sure. But in the end of the day, it can work as a free benchmarking, a free assessment of your security organization. And my suggestion is give the best and then take the results and go back to your team or to your manager to see what's after.
100%. So with that in mind, how do you take it from skills to actual performance?
That's a great question, Tom. Thank you for the assist. No, like as we said before, we want to be. We can debate if we are already or not, okay? But we for sure want to be a performance-first platform. We want to improve skills of individuals and teams for sure, but we want to see these skills translated into actual performance. So we are working with our in-platform reporting, but also with guides and templates that we will provide to technical leaders and managers to translate how basically our labs directly improve security metrics. For example, with machines and Sherlocks, which are our offensive and defensive labs, they provide an offensive and a defensive view on the same vulnerability. Okay, so the two teams in an organization can try the same attack paths from the different perspective and see what the adversarial or what the malicious actors can basically conduct the infrastructure. In that way, they can start implementing proactive and predictive security strategies, and this also makes them quantify the risk into real dollars for mitigation strategies. So we're going to release a lot of cool content about it. So keep an eye on generally our social media or our blog, because there will be like concrete examples on how this can be done on with our available labs.
Just touching on the blue content a little bit. Now, how many blue challenges, blue labs do we have?
I think we touched 50 defensive labs last month. We have some more coming in, so we are around 60 defensive labs, which it's a great selection. Also, based on CVs and based even on real case scenarios. So we basically reproduced real cyber attacks on the defensive defensive labs, like with the real timestamps of these cyber attacks. So it's a great it's a really a real world simulation. Like realism is, I think, one of the main selling points and value proposition that we try to put on defensive labs.
Brilliant. And it really indicates how we're transforming Hack the Box into something for the full security organization. Yes, we're strong in with pen testers, but now we've got content, and it's starting to really rack up. We've got a lot of content for a lot of other segments within the security team. So yeah. I'm loving it right now.
Oh yeah, I think especially combining the two, I think it's the secret for success. Like combining the two teams, combining the two different kind of labs for a full purple team view. That's the way that can have actually real impact on the business.
Brilliant.
And that's I think the last. Taking my suggestion before, this is the last call to action that we want to give to all the people here joining the event is again, take it seriously. This is your chance to have a good evaluation of where you currently stand as a cyber team. After this event, we will conduct as usual our exclusive research on cyber attack readiness, and the report will be released. This is our annual report following the business CTF results that usually has been published a couple of months after. In the meantime, I suggest going and download the 2023 report, because it can give already like great insights. But what's important here is that we are providing a benchmark for different industries that are going from healthcare to consulting to manufacturing, based on the actual performance in the business CTF, and it can be a great way to see where you actually stand. Like also based on the challenge category, are you actually managing to tackle the latest technologies like crypto, binary exploitation, like blockchain, especially? Like, are you actually still catching up with that, or you're ready to do that? This report is actually giving a good answer and a good overview on where the market and the different industries stand.
Brilliant. Well, I think that leaves us to wrap up and say good luck, everybody. We've got 5 days to capture all the flags. Go get it.
Really good luck to everyone, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy playing and having fun on the business CTF altogether. Hope you have your pizza ready for delivery. Okay. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Jack.
Right. What is there?